Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and I have another finished jewelry update for you. This is the SoftFlex Foxy Lady, and I made 4 necklaces, a couple of pairs of earrings, a bracelet, and then I pulled in another pair of earrings. I think I made the other earrings with some Jesse James beads items that matched perfectly with this set. So the first necklace has some dangles at the end. There were some really cute fox charms, which we will take a closer look at. And I used some chain to make a dangle, and then I used all of the beads, kind of the gold and the really pretty fire polish beads, and then I made kind of a spiral technique with some wire, and then I used the off-white SoftFlex beading wire. The next necklace that I made, I used more of the carnelian and the red tone beads and that cute fox charm. I also added some number 8 green seed beads to kind of offset the red in a complementary color. And I just did a beaded pattern all the way up. I absolutely love those macrame looking beads. And then the kit also came with kind of a rust colored SoftFlex wire, and I used that as well. The next necklace, I made a dangle with some wire, and I put the leaf charm at the end. That really cool shell bead. I wanted the wire to show more, so I did some little stations of beads. And then I did this wire technique again, only I wrapped beads around it. We'll take a closer look at that as well. So if you come down here, I've got a bracelet, a 2-strand bracelet with chain, and I wove the ivory SoftFlex wire in and out of the beads, and I used another one of those fox charms. And then right next to it is another simple necklace that I made, wire wrapped crystal. I used another leaf charm and just did a whole stacking technique of more of the check beads that we got. And then for the earrings, I absolutely love these paisley shell earrings, and also the fuzzy little balls. Those were so cute. And then I did a wire wrapping technique, and I used more of the green seed beads that I added. And then right next to those, I have the SoftFlex wire in the kind of rust color in a figure 8 pattern. I hung some chain from that and made a bunch of dangles. And then these are the earrings I made, and we'll get a closer look with the big fuzzy kind of balls that came from I think it came from one of my Jesse James beads mixes, but the really pretty rust-colored fur looked great with everything else, so I kind of put it together with this collection. Okay, so in taking a closer look, this is the bracelet I made. I used a toggle clasp that I had in my stash, and I used the SoftFlex wire, and I wove it in and out of the beads, and put the little cute fox charm on the end there, and some brass chain. And I loved how all the little sparkly crystals kind of play off the more neutral and matte crystals, and also these swirly kind of check beads. And I did add a little pop of green in here. So this was a very fun bracelet to make. I love taking the leftover beads after I make a bunch of necklaces and earrings and doing just a fun, funky bracelet. And then this necklace over here is pretty much, got the wire showing, and I just did a pretty stack technique with the beads, and I did a wire wrapped pendant with a leaf dangle. And I love how they just kind of slide up and down the wire. It's one of the nice things about SoftFlex wire, I think. You do want it to show And you do want the beads to slide around on it. I think it's just fun. And this is a great layering necklace. So I just did little stations of the these rondelles that kind of have pink and red in them. I added more of the number 8 green seed beads. I added a few little gold number 11 seed beads. And then I just stacked a lot of the beads that came in the mix, just to give it some balance and some movement, a little bit of a repetitive pattern. And this turned out very nice. And of course, it goes nicely with everything, coordinates. So when I pull out the earrings, you'll see how much they coordinate. So these, as I'm speaking of earrings, these are the first pair of earrings I made. These are those really pretty shell beads with the paisley pattern. I did a wire wrapping technique on them, and I did a little string of seed beads here to pick up. There was a tiny bit of green in these, and that's how I got the idea to add a little bit of green. And then the little fuzzy dangles and just a French ear wire. But they turned out rather cute. I like the play of the texture of the fuzzy, and then you've got the seed beads, and then you've got that really pretty pattern. I think that turned out very nicely. And I do love the colors. They're very rich and regal looking almost. And then, not to be outdone, I made some what we like to call shoulder duster earrings. So this is a figure 8 in the rust colored SoftFlex wire, and I did a little fire polished station in the center, and then I basically hung some chain and made a bunch of dangles. Again, adding the seed beads, I added some number 8 and some number 11 green seed beads, and then this nice big crystal with the bead cap on the end. And these just really, they're fun. They just swing and move around, and they were loads of fun to make. And not a tough technique. It's just a lot of repetition, but I love the way that you get a mass of dangles, how that looks. So those turned out really cool. And then my other pair of earrings, that's more, I think this came, these little fuzzy ones came from Jesse James Beads. And I did a kind of a wire component, kind of a horseshoe shape, and hung a rondelle and then used some chain. And these are pretty lightweight, but they're fun. These will be fun during the holidays, I think. And so you got your choice of wearing big fuzzy ones or little fuzzy ones, but I do love the texture, and I love the juxtaposition of the crystals with the fuzzy. Let me grab another necklace. So I had a lot of fun with wire playing with this. I did a lot of spirals. I wanted the chain, I wanted the SoftFlex to show, but I wanted some cool like elements. And then I've got seed beads and, oh, Ginger, you're fine. She hears something. I did use, this was very monochromatic for me. I did put a tiny bit of red and green on the top and a little bit of red and green in the dangles at the bottom. And again, I've got the cute little fox charm, another one of those gorgeous crystals, and a little wire wrapping technique. And then I have, Ginger would like to say hello. I don't know what she's hearing, but she's going bananas. Ginger! It's okay, Ginger. Boy, I tell you, all kinds of ruckus. Anyway, as I was saying, my dog is very protective. She hears one thing and goes bananas. That was just my mother on the phone. You'd think, like, a SWAT team was about to break down our door. Anyway, You're a good girl, Ginger, but man, are you loud. Anyway, so this dangle necklace I thought was really cool. I love this spiral technique. You'll be seeing more of this. And basically it's just wrapping these around a pen and then treating it like a bead. But I love how the wire shows through there. And you'll see on the next necklace, one of the next necklaces I show you, I actually wrap some beads around it. So that is one other necklace. And then this guy, I think this is the first one of the necklaces that I made. This is it was a fox charm, kind of a brass charm, and I made a little kind of triangular focal piece. I did use a little chain and some toggle in brass on the other side. And then we've got more of this really pretty rust SoftFlex. And then I just did beaded stations. I love these macrame beads. Love the texture and the big bead caps. And of course the rondelles and the really pretty ivory teardrop faceted beads. I thought those were gorgeous. And I love also these filigree kind of round, very ornate beads. And this one is the first one I made, I believe. And I just fell in love with it. Love that little fox face. That's super cute. And I had fun working with these. And it's a pretty colorway. It was very subtle. And when I added the pop of green, I thought it really kind of woke up all of the other colors. So don't be afraid to add a little color, as you know, to mixes that you get. Last but not least, this one might be my favorite. This is my necklace with the spirals again. And as you can see, I wrapped the beads around the spiral, and then I made stations on the necklace of the spirals. So it's kind of floating on the wire, which I really like that look. So like I said, I'll probably be doing more of that. And then I've got this beautiful crushed shell bead, more of these fire polish beads and the saucer beads. And I did add more little green number 8 beads. And then I did a dangle. I made a leaf shape to kind of mimic this leaf out of, I think this is 18 gauge wire, and just hung one of the crystals in between there and added another green number 8 seed bead. I loved that really pretty frosty kind of maroon bead, and those bead caps were really pretty. And then up here, I did a little bit of a station with the really sparkly bead, and of course we did a toggle and more chain. So this turned out really fun. I do love this spiral technique. I'll probably have to show you in a tutorial how I did that. It's not hard, but I just love the way that looks. And yeah, so as you can see, everything coordinates nicely. You could wear these earrings for sure with this, or even these. Those would be fun. And then of course, you got your bracelet. Very rich colors. I love the mixture of the reds. I like that they're not super bright. And then I love the pottery beads too. Those are really gorgeous. And again, the little fox charms I thought were really precious. So yeah, this is my Foxy Lady collection. Hope you like it. It was fun to work with. I really enjoyed playing with this. And these are not colors that I would have picked normally. I tend towards super bright colors, but I do like the way that the pop of green kind of added life to everything. And really, I got the idea from these paisley beads, because like I said, they have that little tiny bit of green in them. So Sometimes you can get little clues like that in some of your bead boxes that you get. So yeah, so this was fun. And of course, I've got more to show you. Tomorrow night, we'll have another finished jewelry update. I think this will be, what was this, 4 days in a row now? So there is more coming. I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for the next one. Still praying for everybody in Florida and Carolinas. Please take care of yourselves. Everybody else, I hope you have a wonderful evening or morning or afternoon or whenever it is you're watching this. I do appreciate you so much. The comments are lovely, and I just can't thank you enough. And I will see you tomorrow night with another finished jewelry update.